dude at Manhattan Room, rest in peace. And here he is, Lee Woods.
Thank you very much. A couple things I'd like to say first off is I like how the red light speech came on right before me. That's a real confidence builder, and I also like how Austin is so clearly high out of his fucking mind right now, and he's doing a terrible job of hiding. Just allow me a second here to get myself appropriate. I'm gonna do all my jokes in slow-mo. Okay, I want to talk about dating.
Excellent!
Of course, yes. Most specifically, the word dating. The word dating is pretty misleading, if you think about it, right? And what I mean by this is any term that you can think of, like dating, or seeing, or courting someone, or anyone like this, anything like this, is 100% bullshit. And I'll tell you why. The reason it's 100% bullshit is that dating, or any other term like that, is a real convoluted term that we as a society use to describe some type of sexual relationship. Right? So I mean, like, you can't be really explicit about it. Say your friend asks you, so, how's your love life going? Well, you can't respond with, oh, it's great. I've been intercoursing this person for some time now. They're really nice. I think things are going to go really well. You can't be that blatantly honest. You have to come up with this whole dating umbrella. And it's bullshit. I hate it. It's all part of this stupid sex game that we as a civilization have to play. And I'm not talking cool sex games like strip poker or 7 Minutes in Heaven. I'm talking about this bullshit game that we all have to go through. And I absolutely hate it. Right? It all comes into the whole concept of the date, right? If you ask somebody, hey, do you want to go on a date? What time? What time? But I just asked him on a date. What I'm clearly saying is, hey, do you want to fuck? Or entertain the idea of fucking? What time? Yeah, now he's like, whoa, but you knew that as soon as I asked you on a date. So it's kind of a dodgy term. As soon as you propose a date to somebody, they kind of know where you're going. So you can sidestep this with the old standby that I truly enjoy, which is, do you want to hang out sometime? But if you're smart, you know that hanging out sometime basically means let's go on a date, which basically means I'm considering you as a sexual partner, and I would like to explore the opportunity of that and maybe having. Now, I might sound like I'm being a little bitter Gus about this, and fair enough, it's probably because I am fucking bitter. But I'm not necessarily bitter about dating, okay? I've got a whole cornucopia of shit that this little man is bitter about, alright? It's hard going through life when you've got a chip on your shoulder that's twice as big as you are. So, I was talking about the whole bitterness situation, but anyways, I'm not going to turn this into this long-winded diatribe about my withered penis, okay? We've all seen enough comics out there that just get up there and sit there and complain about how nobody loves them and they can't get any action. And to me, that's a sign. That is a sign that you should really reconsider what you're doing, not only in your love life, but basically in your profession. Here's what I mean by this. Now, there are general categories or things that we look for in a mate, in a spouse, right? Obviously, some of them are sexual. That's why you got people that are like boob dudes or ass men or like anything like that. But also, a lot of these characteristics that we look for are emotional characteristics, something that we can really identify with somebody else. Apparently, that's what they tell us anyway. So, two of the signs, or rather two things that you need that we all look for, think about it, we all look for this in a mate, is confidence and a sense of humor. Now, if you're getting up on a stage and all you're doing is complaining about the fact that you can't get laid, chances are you don't have much confidence, and chances are you don't have a real good sense of humor, which means you probably shouldn't be a comedian in the first place. Alright? So let me explain this a little bit further, right? Confidence. Confidence is so drastically important when you're in the dating game. Here's what I mean by this, okay? We've all gone out to the club, we've all been in this dark room, and we see some fucking douchebag that's wearing jeans designed for a 12-year-old girl. He's got diamonds in like each ear, and he's got this weird Vanilla Ice / Last of the Mohicans haircut. And we all stand there in the corner, if you're me, going like, how the deuce does any self-respecting woman find that attractive? You want to know why? Because because that weirdo's got enough confidence to pull off such a ridiculous aesthetic. You see these douchebags in the club, and they will just straight up march out onto the dance floor and start grinding their penis against the first woman they can. And it works! And if it doesn't work, I've actually seen dudes do that, start grinding, get slapped in the face, have their head turn, see somebody else, focus their eyes, and make another move. And if you're me, you're standing there like this. That shit works. Why does it work? Because these guys have confidence. It's the same type of confidence that gets you laid. Just like, I mean, if you're in the club and you're trying to think of some bullshit line like, hello, or what's your name? Fuck that! What you need to do is hike up your pants, get on the dance floor, and grind against the first thing that you see. And chances are, you do it enough times, that's going to work. That is confidence. Confidence gets you laid. Alright? The other thing that can get you laid is the sense of humor. The converse is we've all seen some kind of mousy, maybe slightly overweight guy that's standing at the club, but he's got a beautiful, beautiful woman with him that is so clearly out of his league. And the same rules have applied. The reason that guy's got a beautiful woman is because he's funny. My man Warren Bates is a perfect example of this. Now, if you know Warren Bates, he's a very, very funny guy. Some people see him and they think he's kind of, you know, cute and mousy-ish or whatever. But Warren Bates is funny. And the thing about Warren Bates is because he's funny, Warren Bates is swimming in ass. Earlier, before he showed up, I saw Warren out back in this club. 4 beautiful women to surround him, all of which were of the legal age of consent. And they're all just like, oh, Warren, we need it! And Warren's just like, well, ladies, what would the JC do? Because that's what the WB's got to do too. See, Warren is a great man, and Warren's like me, alright? Warren and I both understand that we have this bizarre sexual appeal because for some reason people find us funny. But neither one of us feels the need to exploit this bizarre sexual appeal. No, Warren and I are both confident enough that we are looking for that special someone, that baby mama that's just going to be there right to the very end. And that's where I'm at right now, okay? I mean, I am not intercoursing with anyone at the present moment, and I'm 100% cool with that. I'm totally fine with that, because I'm not looking for some gratuitous sex. I'm looking for a very special lady in my life. That's all I want. And it's an interesting place to be, but I mean, like, in my near 50 years on this planet, I have come to complete terms with my own sexual desires. I have become a master of my own gratification. I mean, at this point, the only reason I want somebody else there is so I can share that intimate human bond. The fact that a vagina is now worked into the equation is completely secondary, right? It doesn't really matter at all. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, well, Lee, what do you do when, say, you get a drunken text from a female friend at 3 in the morning?